Good evening, morning, afternoon, freaking geeks. This is Cass. And instead of like a personal story, this is going to be kind of a, I don't know what to call it. But oh my god, yesterday was such an awesome day. Alright, if you've been following me, you know that, one, my actual computer is still down. I'm using a backup computer. And two, I am currently homeless. I'm living in a hotel. That's a hotel wall. So, yesterday, it was one of those days that is like a movie event. You know, the kind that's like, throughout the whole movie, your protagonist is like, getting, like, life is beating the crap out of him. He loses his job, loses his girlfriend, loses his house and whatnot, and it's like 2/3 of the movie is just life taking a shit on the character. And then a miracle happens and he finds a new job, someone gives him a house, you know, all that what I call the magical, the magical solution. The magical fix. That's what I call it, the magical fix. So it was that kind of day for me yesterday. So if you've noticed, well, not below this video because I'm going to be editing these videos, but if you hadn't noticed, yesterday I had uploaded my SCP episode. So, how that started out, with my depression being medicated, I was being depressed that I was not depressed. If that doesn't make sense to you, I was going out of my mind that I couldn't do anything. My computer's down, I'm sitting here in a hotel room, I'm homeless, no one's willing to work with us to, like, rent us a house. So I was going a little insane. Majority of my art supplies are in a storage shed, like in the back of the storage shed, so I can't just dig it out. So, what I had to do, I had to go and get my kids' coloring supplies, and I used them to draw up the profile of my friend that watched me play SCP. She's Nick, the voice that's in the video. So I drew up a little portrait caricature for her. So I did that, scanned it in. Well, I took a picture of the webcam, and I edited it through Photoshop. So I figured that video was mostly edited anyway. All I had to do was fix up the front part and then render it so that it's not 10 freaking gigabytes so it could be uploaded onto YouTube. So I went ahead and did that. My main fear was that this computer, the backup computer, was going to restart while I was rendering. But it didn't. And I uploaded, and it didn't restart. And I was so excited. But, so, I am currently working on another video right now, but that is being extremely annoying. But it's usually been. I just gotta keep working at it and learning the little tricks to do. It's just annoying. I wish the video would just load into my program. But anyway, so I'm working on that as we speak, or I speak because you're not speaking to me. But the second thing that happened yesterday, we're running around It was like between the editing. Running around, picking my kids up from school. We're dropping off forms to other places. And one of the rental companies calls us back. I'm not going to go into the details, but he's concerned about a couple things that has happened with us in the past. And I told him that things are different. I'm on medication for my depression, so things won't go as bad as they were. And we talked, and we're making up a plan. Rent, like paying the rent's not an issue, but we're working it out, and so we're gonna have to sign a form that says, like, yes, we'll do such and such. So that part is still in the works, but hopefully today we'll have everything signed and be able to start moving in. I'm hoping, I don't want to jinx anything, but sounds like he's willing to work with us, and that is just so totally awesome. Now, reason why I decided to make this video, and I am actually hoping that a lot of people see this video, not because I want my views or anything, but because this is important. I am, as you figured, I have depression, but I'm also bipolar, which bipolar and depression is not a good combination. I have like 3 children, and at this moment I am a single parent. Hopefully soon we can connect with my girlfriend in another state. I am kind of hoping we can get her up here. Suddenly my video went completely white out. All the blood had drained from my skin. Oh no! Anyway, but I didn't give up. There was a lot of points throughout the last 3 months that I could have just completely given up on everything. But I didn't. I continued to work. I drove through everything. Got discouraged with being declined by everybody. I'm almost on the streets. Thank God we had money to go into a hotel. And it's just, I had to deal with assholes. Like, there's this one person I was trying to call. She kept trying to tell me that where I'm living, there can only be 1 person per bedroom, but there's 2 people per bedroom, and I'm pretty sure that is a rule of thumb throughout the country. Because, like, if you're a married couple, that's 2 per bedroom. I mean, seriously, think about it. It's going to be 2 per bedroom. Square feet, that makes sense, but she was saying 1 per bedroom, and everybody else says 2. And she has 2 houses that are still up for rent. Wonder why. And then there's this other guy that I was trying to talk to him about, like, renting a house. The fact that I'm on disability came up, and so he did my always hateful pet peeve. Why don't you have a job? You should just go out there and get a job right now. Don't worry about having a house. Go and get a job. But I have bipolar, no one will hire me. Do your own business. Get people that could not be hired normally. And I'm like, that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm building up a company. It's slow. And he thought that I could just do it right now, get the money right now, so that I don't get evicted right now. It's just need a house so that I can get my computer back up, so I can start working on my stuff again. And then I can start hiring people. So, suffering from depression, don't worry. There are people out there that will help you, that will work with you. It's like going to a huge apartment complex. You know your friends in there, but you can't remember which room they're in. You call them and go straight to voicemail, and then your phone dies. You have to knock on every door to find your friend's door. I mean, there's a chance that you can find your friend the first time, but then there's also chances where no one even answers, or you meet this random stranger that looks at you weird, or you actually find a helpful stranger that's like, oh yeah, I remember him, I think he's on the 3rd floor, and points you in a direction, but he doesn't tell you exactly where they are. And then you might come across a neighbor that's like, oh yeah, they're in room 321. So you have to keep working at it. There's plenty of people out there that will help. You just have to look for it. And I know, depression, it's a very tricky thing. It stops you from getting help for depression. It's the worst thing ever. And there isn't a cure for it. There's just medication to help level out your thinking. I don't want to go into scientific terms, but it helps. Sometimes it's the wrong medication. I know. When I was a kid, I went through multiple different medications. The major one that screwed me over was Risperdal. The medicine is just like the doors. You have to find the one that works for you. And your doctor will help you. There are quacks out there, yes. And then a lot of times with the medication, it's just a shooting fire. I mean, that's why medications don't work so well, like Ritalin. The scientists still don't know exactly what to do. So they're trying out new medications. Oh, this didn't work? Okay, we'll just have to do another medication. Oh, okay, that didn't work either. You're having a lot of side effects on it. Okay, I'm sorry, let's try this other medication. So you can't really fault the doctors for finding medications that don't work. When I was looking for pain medication for my hands, I found a medication that made me break out in hives. I stopped taking it immediately, told my doctor, and she prescribed something else that was working not as well, but at least I didn't have hives. So I cannot say it enough. Work through your depression. I know that just saying that's not going to help much. I know people are like, oh, all you're doing is like telling us to not worry about the depression. I'm not saying that it's just in your head. Alright? I'm saying that you can do it. You can break through the depression. You can work through it. It's not easy. It's hard. I had to do it. I've been suffering through a depression for a whole year. Like, I know people are already commenting. What I'm saying is that I knew that I had a depression for a whole year. It was holding me back. Things got piled up. I wasn't doing my videos as often as I wanted to. I wanted to upload daily, but there's days where it's just I didn't want to do a thing. I didn't even want to play video games. I just laid there wishing that I was like still asleep so I didn't have to like put up with the day. But nothing was going on, so I know how hard this is. But you can do it. It's possible. There's people out there that can help you. And if you want, you can contact me via Twitter. Leave some... Don't leave comments. Message me somehow. I have my social medias in my ending credits. So when I actually get around to editing these, my Twitter and whatnot is going to be in my credits. And when I'm able to have my own computer up again, I will be checking my messages, hopefully daily, but I wouldn't count on the daily part. So just hang in there. The storm is darker before the dawn, so and I can't find a way to end it without reiterating myself, so have yourselves a wonderful day, and like always, stay white and nerdy.